Hi guys, so I finally got around to filming the second part of this video. The first part that I filmed, it's the Ordinary Foundation comparison. The first part I filmed was the high coverage foundation look. That is over on my Instagram and my YouTube, so if you want to see that, just head back over there and you'll be able to watch that. So this look is going to be done with the Serum Foundation today. So this is the lighter of the two. I have also done a comparison video with regards to the textures of the both of them. The serum is a lot lighter. Obviously the high coverage one is a lot thicker for more coverage. So let's get into it. So I have moisturised my face and I have popped on a few sprays of my vitamin E hydrating mist from Superdrug. This is really good to kind of prep the skin before makeup. But I like to let it settle in a little bit beforehand. Okay, so I'm just going to prep the foundation. I'm just going to use 2 pumps of the Serum Foundation. I just pop it on to kind of my little palette there. As you can see, it's quite a thin consistency. And I'm going to pop my primer on my face. So just using 1 pump of the Max Factor Miracle Prep Illuminating and Hydrating Primer. I really like this primer. It leaves like a real nice glow on the skin. It just takes really well to this foundation. I do love using this primer just on its own, just to give my face like a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a boost. It just leaves kind of like that glowy look, as you can see. Okay, so now that that is primer down, I'm going in with my trusted Real Techniques expert face brush to pop the foundation onto my skin. So I just disperse it a little bit over the bristles so you don't pick up too much product in one area. And I always start from the middle of my face out, just because I need a little bit more coverage in the middle of my face, so I've got a bit of redness, a bit of dark under the eye, and not so much coverage on the outside there. So always start from the middle and go out. It looks really high coverage when you put it on, but it does kind of disperse out, and it's really lightweight as well. Don't forget to go down that neck as well. Don't want a line around our jawline. It literally just feels like I'm putting a moisturiser onto my skin. It's that lightweight. I do just love it, and it just feels like your skin but better, like without that heavy finish. It is amazing. Okay, so now that that is all down, I'm going in with a wet Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques just to push all the product into the skin. I always use this with every foundation I put on my face. Okay, so I always use the big flat side just because you get more surface coverage to push everything in. It takes a little bit less to blend, but I do switch it over if it gets a bit dry, or you can just re-wet it to use the flat side. But I do love this sponge. It is amazing. It's just, what this does is it just takes away any lines that may have occurred in your foundation, any streaks or anything, especially if it's a high coverage foundation. This is an amazing thing to use after putting it on with a brush. Okay, so now that that's all pushed into the skin, so I'll just show you, I did use nearly all 2 pumps. You can layer this up, so if you want to add a little bit more coverage to any areas with redness or darkness, you can use that and just layer it up to kind of counteract that, any scarring or anything like that. So I'm just going to use that little bit excess to cover up any redness in the middle of my face and go back into the sponge with the sponge and push it in again. So I'm going to quickly go and do my brows and my eyes off camera, just because I really want to focus on the base today. But I have a new concealer that I want to show you. It is amazing. It's this little guy here. So I will come and show you that in a minute. Many people know I have my favourite concealer, and this is coming up very close. Okay, so now that that is my brows and my eyes done, I've just done a really soft smoky eye. I'm going in with my bronzer. So yes, I am doing my bronzer before my concealer because I want to show you this concealer and how well it highlights. So the bronzer I'm using is my trusty Chanel Soleil Tan De Chanel. This is amazing. It lasts forever. The formula is gorgeous, goes on like a dream. But look at the difference. So I'm going to give you just a little shot of my cheek there. Then I'm going in and literally applying the smallest amount of this bronzer. And I'm going to show you the difference. Like, it just contours perfectly. The shade is amazing. Okay, so there you go. So that's just contoured slightly. I am going to do along my jawline as well. Going in along the jawline, whenever I do my contour along the jawline, I always take up behind my ear. And this is why I love this shade, is because it creates the perfect shadow. Okay, so can you see that? You can't see that there's a lot of makeup there, but you can see this shadow that it's created as I drag it up past my ear. I just love this product. Like I swear by it. I tell everyone, you need to try this. I don't know why it took me so long to try it. I don't know what I'd done without it. So I'm just going to do the other side. I'm just going to go around the hairline now with the same Chanel bronzer. I just love that this adds a bit of colour. It's really easy to blend. It's not like a powder where it dusts the hair root either. And if you want to kind of bring it into the middle of the face, just to bronze up the rest of the face. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go and conceal any imperfections. There's just one I've got on my chin here. I'm using the MAC Mineralise Concealer in shade NC20. So I've just got a little bit there and a little bit of redness there. So I'm just popping that on and then diffusing that with my finger. Okay, so now for one of probably my new favourite concealers. So I'm just going to quickly go and use my damp sponge and blur out my under eye again, where it's taken me so long and I'm talking it through, sometimes it creases. So the concealer that I'm raving about in this video and I am obsessed with at the moment is the Revolution Conceal and Fix Light Beige is my shade, Ultimate Coverage Concealer with Salicylic Acid. So this is a heavier foundation than I would normally use. My trusted one that I love and I swear by is the Collection Lasting Perfection. Love this for a more natural look. But this is definitely going to highlight, okay? And a little goes a long way, so just be careful of that. Don't cake it on. Okay, so how I pop this on, you'll see there's just like a little finger dent. So I just hold my finger in it. I just give it literally the slightest wiggle. And what that does is it warms up the product that you're touching with your finger. So it becomes a little bit tacky like. So that is the product that I'm picking up. That's all I'm going to use for my under eye. So I'm just going to put a dot there, because that's where I need most coverage, and then a tiny amount at the end, and that is it. So that's what's left, and I'm just going to use my finger to blend this. I love using my finger to blend this because it's a little bit of a heavier concealer, and then I go in with my wet sponge after to diffuse it all out. Okay, so that is one that I blended out. So that is it all blended out with my finger. I haven't gone in with a wet sponge yet. But I just love how brightening that is, and it just blurs everything. It's just amazing. So I'm going to go and do the other eye as well and just diffuse that out. So I focus it mainly on the inside area where I need the extra coverage, and then this little bit I just bring in slightly. And because you have a bit of excess product on your finger, it will cover the bit in the middle as well. And it just leaves it really glowy and really lightweight, doesn't leave it cakey. That's when I'm going in with the wet sponge again, just to diffuse any lines. Okay, so to set the under eye, I'm going in with a little combination that I make up. It's just with the Dermablend from Vichy and the Bourjois rice powder, just to set that in place. And it just blurs instantly. That concealer holds powder really, really well. So I know some concealers can get really cakey, etc. But this, it just holds so well, and I don't get any creasing at all. I can get, sounds odd, but like sweaty eyes, or oily eyes, should I say, oily eyes. So particularly eyeshadow primer, it's really important for me which one I use, and the under eye, what I use to set and conceal. Okay, so that is it concealed. It's just amazing. I love it. I literally love it. I'm obsessed with it now. Okay, so I'm going in with blush now, and this blush is by e.l.f. It is called Twinkle Pink. As you can see, it is one of my favourites, and just with an angled Body Shop brush. It's got like a little bit of shimmer in. It reminds me of the NARS Orgasm blush, but I just love the colour that it gives. There you go. So it's just give me some colour to my cheeks, just make me look a little bit more alive. Okay, so for highlight today, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. This is in, which shade is this? Golden Flower Crown. It's like a little like goldy shimmery colour. I love these Wet n Wild highlighters. I don't use them enough, so I'm going to try and use them a little bit more. They're super pigmented, so I'm going to show you just here along the top. It's gorgeous for like a natural glow, as you can see there. A little does go a long way. So, and just in the middle of the head as well. Okay, so final steps, I'm going in with a setting spray. So I'm going to use the Nip and Fab Party Proof Fixing Mist. That spray on that always sticks for some reason. I'm going to give it a rinse out and see if it makes any difference. And then I'm just going to curl my lashes and stick on the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Mascara. I really love this. It's got mascara with a Grow Lash complex. I just find that it makes my lashes really, really dark and really separated. So give me 1 second. Okay, so that is the final look. I've just popped a Bourjois Colour Boost pen on my lip and just blotted that and taken a bit off. Haven't lined my lips or anything like that. It's just given myself a bit of colour. So the Ordinary Serum Foundation, as I've spoken about it before in previous videos, I've put it on my Instagram before. I love this. It's amazing. It's super lightweight. It's super affordable. It retails at around about £6, I think. Definitely worth you trying. You don't even need to invest because £6 is not a lot for a foundation. I don't think anyway. But it's amazing. Probably one of my favourite foundations out of my collection, including the high coverage foundation as well. So thanks so much for watching this second video on the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I just love how this finishes on my skin. It's so popular at the moment. But if you liked my video, please give it a hit the like button and head over to my Instagram and follow me on there. I'll leave it all below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I upload videos as well. Thanks very much for watching.